supposed to be gorgeous.
I was just thinking.
Oh, you didn't put, oh, here it is, yay. I think it looks good. I like it,
That's
yeah.
the way,
That's a nice logo. Who came up with that? You did. That's nice.
she said it might be a little grayer in the back because of it wasn't the original, but it didn't look that.
Well, it was,
And
I actually made it to be
yeah,
redone on the computer and it wasn't.
only thing is,
Person in trouble, the person in trouble.
only thing to get, shower curtain, hook,
You need some?
no, you just plop them in.
I've got plenty.
Huh?
I have a lot of those metal ones.
Yes,
Do we need them?
that's what my mom used for Decade Low.
Okay.
They just put the shower thing
I'll
in.
try to remember to bring some back. I just great. Debated and I just.
Huh?
How much did they charge you?
400?
How much?
I would say just $50.
No, it was like 100 and whatever I said it was, 120 or something. I would just get a, I probably got one somewhere. I just get a small little bungee cord,
Yeah.
and just a small bungee cord around it.
Oh, Jordan's here.
distributor stuff? Did you have one at the game?
I don't know if Mason's coming or not, never heard.
It sounded like a long day.
Oh, but it was
You'll be at the thing on Saturday.
accepted the fact that it's going to rain all the time. And it's like, I have to do this, I'm like, I can do anything.
So, I guess the agenda, I don't know if you know.
Oh my God.
It was
Could you not tell that she did that? Every time I'd see Ashley, I'd go, another Highland game photo. I knew you'd had a good time, it was great. And it's fun.
And I mean,
And it draws me.
but then the best part was hanging out in the hotel.
No, come sit here, come sit here.
So fun. So fun.
You're sitting there, you're sitting there,
Tyler's sitting there.
Tyler's there.
Want me to go over there?
I'm gonna go way over there.
Okay.
Well, I'll go over there.
There's a microphone over there.
I never heard from Mason's. I'm sure he's showing.
Okay.
Ashley, good to see
You too, how are you?
you.
I've got one over there thanks to the one right here. Yeah.
Is Mason joining us?
I don't know, I'm gonna come back to me. I tried twice in the last week and never. So, we'll give him some,
Oh,
Start at 9. It's just-
what time? Okay.
It's okay.
Oh, please have your phone in, please.
5 minutes slow.
I have
9 is correct twice a day.
on the dot.
How many more days of rain do we have?
I think it's supposed to rain every day for a while. So, like, all day.
Just think it's probably good for replenishing our watershed or.
That's
or
true.
Whatever aquifer we pull from.
Yeah.
Just watch your leaning trees.
Watch your what?
Leaning trees.
Oh, you're right about that.
Because
We had a couple limbs come down.
we had one come down behind the Douglas's house and at 11:30 at night, and it sounded like a full landslide. It was
Oh, it's incredible when they fall.
terrifying.
We had one down.
I think I saw where another one fell on just this past too.
I
Something,
moved it.
Yeah,
something looked different through there this past week.
I can't remember if they, I don't know if they cut that down yet or not. Anyway.
One more minute. Okay.
Yeah. For the record, we have a 55% chance of rain every day this week.
Wow. Yeah. The good thing
Back to normal, I think.
is that, okay.
If it would be the island.
Okay. Well, I think we'll get started. I know too. Okay, so good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Tree Board's monthly meeting. Today's
Mike is not on.
Oh, sorry. Oh, let me move it up a little closer. Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Town of Montreat's monthly Tree Board meeting. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, 9 a.m. Welcome. So let's have a moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you. All right, everybody should have received or looked at the June 9th meeting minutes. Thank you, Elizabeth, for doing that. Any corrections or additions to the minutes? Okay, if not,
I see an agenda, I don't see minutes.
oh, okay. Do you have minutes in front of you?
I know I didn't.
Okay, she didn't
I emailed
make
them
it.
to you, and
Okay.
you said you were doing it, so anyway.
Okay, if that's, I thought she distributed them. Okay,
I don't know.
would you like me to read them
I
out
volunteered and I don't know
quickly?
how to do my job, so y'all tell me.
You want me to read them quickly? I'll read them quickly, all right. So attending were Ed Kramer, Elizabeth Hamilton, Tyler Smith, Ann Vincent, Mason Blake, George Sauer, and Daniel Wiggs. Okay, the meeting opened with welcome, minute of silence, and approval of the May 12th minutes. The tree board table at the Cottagers meeting is scheduled for Saturday, July 18th at 10 o'clock in Upper Anderson. The board will staff a table with existing educational flowers, native landscaping, hemlock restoration, treasure tree walk, riparian plants, did I say that right? And chestnut. Reuse display boards and make additional copies as needed. Ann and Elizabeth volunteered to staff. I'll also be there. Anybody else? We'll go over that on our agenda. Educational efforts during the Cottagers BBQ ticket sales, I think, were suspended in lieu of staffing a table with brochures at the post office. Ed will confirm, which I'll talk about. Space and timing with Nova and Jordan. In parallel, investigate uploading information to the town website for more sustainable distribution and continuous access. The MRA Nature Center involvement in the tree education. Elizabeth volunteered to discuss cooperative efforts with the MRA Nature Center staff, such as treasure trees in public history walks, posting treasure tree maps, or summer children's camp programming. Chestnut Project, Ed is coordinating the project with the American Chestnut Foundation on town land. Mason will add to the June 11th, 2026 Town Council meeting agenda. Tree board articles in the Montreat Minute. Ed will contact Tom Widmer. You'll get updates on all this in about 5 minutes. The content and the frequency, tree board documents, tree board management guide, and, oh, there he is.
Hey, sorry.
Other revisions postponed. Welcome, Commissioner Blake. Public Works report, Flat Creek remediation by North Carolina Emergency Management has not begun, but could be before November. A few trees and rhododendrons impacted by the flood debris near the barn will be taken down when the creek rock rubble is removed for use in the Stone Bridges project. Land care report, George reported that the Flat Creek Crossing project is moving forward with grading work. Project decisions are expected during the June 11th Town Council meeting, and public viewing events are unlikely in the near future due to the unsafe site conditions. The next meeting is July 14th at 9 a.m., adjourned at 9:40 a.m. So it was a short meeting, but a lot got done. Okay, any additions or corrections? Okay. Thank you.
Second.
Okay, moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, minutes are approved. Okay, old business. I'll go out of order a little bit. Let's go to the post office. I've spoken to Nova and Jordan, and they are prepared to let us set up a table at the post office. Just have to tell them what days, what hours, and
For what event?
we're going to do some literature handout from the tree board.
Okay.
Nothing, I think, specific, just a little outreach. Am I correct in that? It's not a specific program, other than just an outreach program from the tree board?
And Ann said yes. I actually thought it was just going to be like static information that we were just going to leave in the post office and not even staff, but.
Okay, which is fine.
I'm open to ideas.
I'm not certain we can put anything in the post office physically because it's a federal building. And I don't know, I honestly cannot remember. I think we have to have permission from the postmaster. It may be the postmaster general for all I know.
we all go to post office. No, I've seen non-post office stuff on those tables.
Yeah, and as long as we have permission.
Yes.
From the post office staff to do it inside, not outside.
Okay,
But it's strongly regulated inside the building,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I mean, our stuff is not controversial, that's for sure.
I know, but it's,
No, but I understand what you're saying.
oh, yeah.
It's kind of going down to newer business, but I tried to make a display board that's tree board centric, which is over there. I just brought it today because it was easier. I would vote for seeing if we can, it's for use at the cottagers meeting. Y'all are welcome to change whatever's on it. And I would vote that we just see if we can put that after the cottagers meeting, put it in the post office for a week or something.
You're talking about the one we're looking at?
That red board right over
Okay.
there. I vote for static because I don't know that there's a time when a lot of people are going through the post office at the same time, so that we would get return on our investment of sitting in the post office.
Okay, gotcha.
Are we also going to put the flood zone up since there's been an infringement, at least one infringement?
That's an idea too,
The flood thing,
Yeah,
okay, sure.
which is over there.
I know the PHC has put static posters,
yeah,
many exhibits in the post office before.
yeah. But they got permission from
Yeah, so.
Nova and Justin, whatever his name is, Jordan.
So the request is, I should ask him about, what we
Inside.
want to do is post these types of things in the post office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. That's a specific
Yeah.
request, other than, yeah, Eddie, let me know what you want, but now I'm going to tell them this is what we want.
That's a terrific.
Well, I think so too.
Okay,
For putting it together.
we'll get that in a minute. Okay, I'll make that request in the next day or two. Okay, great. All right, since I've got the mic, I'll continue. I've spoken to Commissioner Widmer, and he has approved us submitting articles on a weekly basis to the Montreat Minute on the tree board and what we're doing. It doesn't have to be a one-and-done type of an article, on a regular, continuous effort. We can supply all kinds of articles to him, as long as space allows, and he's 100% open to it. So you want to, I don't know, if somebody wants to volunteer for the first article or two,
Let me think about it.
think about it.
Yeah.
And
One thing I want to point out is if there's something in an article that we really want emphasized, we need to let Tom know that.
Thursday
Because a
noon.
lot of times he has to edit it for space.
correct, he told me that. And he
Yeah.
and he wants it by Thursday noon.
Okay.
And if it makes it Thursday noon, and it's in good shape and not a lot of editing, it will go in. Yeah, he said it was great. So he was he couldn't have said yes quicker. So, anybody, yes?
We're finished with that. Could we go back up to the chestnut planting?
Oh, sure, I never got to that yet, but I went out of order.
All right.
But we will come to that next.
All right, just
Okay,
go-
yes, I went out of order because I got the mic, so, okay. All right, all right, so we got the post office thing talked about, and I will check with Nova. And I guess Jordan's really the guy to check.
Jordan's the
Yeah,
person.
right, he's the postmaster. And then the Montreat Minute, whoever, submit an article, I guess, Eddie, you could really submit it directly to Tom, you don't have to go through me. He's already approved it, you're on the tree board.
Yeah.
Ed, I nominate you for the first article.
What'd you say?
I nominate you for the first
Oh,
article.
well, I'm going to ask somebody, because I don't really have the expertise, but.
I love that you have facilitated it. Go with it.
Okay.
I appreciate
I'll have
that.
to come up with something. All right, okay. All right, thank you. All right, now let's go up to the Chestnut.
Yes, as you recall, we had the proposal with the Chestnut Foundation, and put up plenty of things. We had 4 residents come up and were very vociferous, beyond vociferous, about their objection to it. And we ended up referring it to the town council because they were so strident in their objections that we felt like, well, let's give them a hearing. So as it turns out, and I believe that was our April meeting, the May council meeting did not take place because of, couldn't get a quorum in May. We had the meeting in June, and the two of the four residents showed up, and suddenly they had no objection whatsoever to moving forward with our agreement with the Chestnut Foundation. So, we have, as we determined at that meeting, the power to move forward with it ourselves, not run it through the town council. It's really our position. So I'd like to go ahead and move that we approve the arrangement we had negotiated with the Chestnut Foundation.
May I make 2 points of clarification?
Sure.
One of the couples that originally came to that meeting were Jeff and Avis Griffith. Jeff and Avis Griffith, they have withdrawn from that conversation, so they are no longer involved with the other family.
He
And
was the attorney, wasn't he?
yes,
Right, I remember him.
yes, his property is adjacent, but they have no interest in opposing the Chestnuts.
Yeah, they weren't as strident as the other
No.
couple here.
And
Unlike, I believe.
Dunbars.
I don't know if we need to officially strike it from our old business lineup, but I believe now it is a property issue, and they are trying to do a easement taking, that how it was approached in the town council meeting. So it is no longer a Chestnut issue with them, it is a property issue, and I just propose we don't spend any more time on it. If that's,
Yeah, but go ahead and approve it.
oh, absolutely. I just want to make sure that, like,
I agree, there's no reason to
right.
spend more time on it.
Okay, so we'll just
This is
move
no longer a
forward.
tree board conversation.
So I move that the tree board continue to work with the American Chestnut Foundation to plant chestnuts in Mondrian.
In that space.
In that space,
And-
wherever else.
I'm going bigger, so we can just keep
Okay,
moving.
go there, okay.
In case they come up with, can we put
Something
one
else,
bio
yeah,
well?
that's right.
So
Because Barry
Elizabeth,
has another idea, is that,
no, that's great.
it's too vague?
No?
All right. Is that the consensus?
So I move that we continue working with the Chestnut Foundation, plant chestnuts, to try to restore chestnuts into Montreat.
Okay.
To help them with their
Including the
project.
site they.
Including the site, previously identified.
Okay.
Virginia.
Is that a motion or?
That's a motion.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay, great. So Elizabeth, you want to call Peggy? Or you want me to call her?
You call it, you've been pointing first, so.
Peggy is the Chestnut Foundation's representative for North Carolina, who happens to live in Leicester. And she's been to the site, she's done the soil testing, and I'll call her tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure. Okay, great. All righty, agenda, where are you? Let's go to the Montreat Tree Management Guide. Any updates there from anybody? Still, okay, fine. All right, it's a long-term project. I get it, okay, fine.
In going through that tree management guide, I realized that there's the tree management guide, and there's a town ordinance about trees, and then there's actually rules of procedure, what it's called for our board, about how our board functions. And so I would propose that maybe I'm going to get, somebody else would like to look at those with me so I can try to have a draft of a couple edits to those. Like, for example, it says we meet on the fourth Thursday of every month, something like that, which is not when we meet. And so if I can just switch it to we meet, Savannah said we could be more vague in that language, that we meet a minimum of 8 times a year as set by our January calendar. Anyway, I'll try to come up with some sort of language to revise, kind of start with at the bottom and then work our way up.
Yeah.
So that everything kind of refers to each other.
Yeah, for some reason, it didn't get changed in the rules of procedure when we changed the time here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it just was an oversight, but
it's
that's, yeah.
just, it happens all the time. It's really easy for everything to
Yeah.
get out of date, so that's why we can, Savannah said we could make it more vague and not actually specify a date and a time, so that if next year or the year after it gets changed again, we don't have to go through the whole new reapproval process.
Well, what I have found in those is that there are administrative changes, something like what you're talking about, and they're like actual policy changes. I am comfortable with any administrative changes that we need to make. let's go ahead and just get those in. And then if there's a policy change we need to look at, then obviously we all need to have that conversation.
Do you want,
Who else is good at?
Ann, you know that pretty well.
Yeah, I
You
really,
kind of wrote some of them, right?
Pardon me?
You wrote a lot of those things,
Yeah.
didn't you? So why don't you two work together?
Yeah.
Give us a small report.
it's now on my radar,
Okay, okay. Give us a small report for the next meeting, if not,
so,
you have our emails.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
And
The
Elizabeth,
One Tree
is,
Nature Center.
wait, one last clarification. Elizabeth, it's a document in Word.
I did PDF conversions to PDF to Word conversions.
Okay. And are you just able to provide like a red line version so we can just see real quick what's changed? Fantastic. Thank you.
Does everybody have a copy of the tree management guide? Not just access to it, but has actually read through it, has a copy of our rules of procedures and all of that. And I think that would be really important for Elizabeth and I to know,
Okay.
so that we know you're coming at it from knowing what's in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I speak for
I
myself.
don't keep hard paper copies, but I've read them both. I keep hard paper copies.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Mason.
I do not have hard copies. I read them both and I
Okay.
know where they are and access
Yeah.
them.
And that's fine. I mean, I am bad about being able to read on a computer screen, so,
I've held copies, I'll read them.
yeah.
Back there, right.
I have
Okay.
hard copy and a flash drive and about every single copy you could have.
And will you just proactively send it to all of us again?
PDF?
PDF or Word, whatever it is, just if you'll send a
Is
link
it-
to everybody.
I can do that.
Thank you.
She has it on PDF. I
Okay.
have it. It's the very long file.
I understand.
Yeah. Because I had it to go to the printer.
Okay, can we,
The tree board, the tree management guide is on the town website.
Yeah.
I'll send a link to that.
Perfect.
Stan said it's 100+ pages.
Yeah, it's long.
And,
but we're talking about a
and
portion of
The rules
this.
procedures is about 12 pages, so that I
Okay.
can email, and then
Yeah.
the other, the tree ordinance, again, is not that long, but it's also on the tree, it's on the town.
Well, it's there. We've got a history of the tree, but we have a history of the trees in Montreat, a history of Montreat wildlife. The other things that are in there are inventories that we took, the appendices. There's like, I forget how many appendices there are.
Well, I think what I'm
There's-
hearing is the priority is the policies and procedures. Is that's the
Yeah,
12-page document?
That's the thing that's going to be easiest for us to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would propose that we all have a to-do of reading those 12 pages by next meeting, and so we can discuss what needs to be adjusted. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, very.
May I suggest also that if, when you read through them, you have any suggestions, you send it to either Elizabeth or me on
After
the
we read
internet,
it.
so that we're not having a six-party
Okay.
discussion. It's easier when it's just two people dealing with the comments.
Okay. Thank you. Great. Elizabeth, anything with the Nature Center? I have this under old business for some reason.
I kind of tried to bring it up with Jason and then the summer staff that was there in terms of the summer, but I think Ashley actually may have had a more
Yes.
productive connection.
I met, I believe her name is Delilah. She is the MRA staff member who's in charge of environmental education. She's the MRA staff member in charge of environmental education for the clubs program. She is actually the second person in that position. The first person did not stick. And so I met her at 4th of July and gave her my contact information and told her about the native species information and all of the content that Tree Board already has on the town website. She was very excited about that. And I just said, when you're working on your programming, if you will please reach out to myself or Elizabeth or the town website, and we can get you whatever content you need, if not provide some additional personal help. If one of us needs to go in and talk about hemlocks, we can go do that kind of thing. So I've made that contact. Whether she reaches out or reaches back out is up to her. But very excited to actually find that person. So
Great. Great. Wonderful. Okay, more possibilities. Okay, great. All right, now that's all the old business I had. Anything I missed? No. Okay. All right, new business. Let's talk about the cottagers meeting this Saturday.
Okay, Okay, so in anticipation of the cottagers meeting on Saturday, I made that display board. And it has also from Ann and Jerry Rigaway picked it up, so that it has titles, so it's a tree board. So we have a display board to go on the table. Talks about Tree City, because that's a big thing that we do, the Treasure Tree Walk, hemlocks with like action items, chestnuts. There's apps, because there's really good tree identification apps. There's the NC State Toolbox, which is a good place to go about. The NC State Extension Service is a really good information place. I'm trying to get the town to upload more to our town board resource site, which there's a QR code which takes us to that. In terms of flyers, we have this many about riparian plants. We have a bajillion landscaping with native plants, a few treasure tree maps, the Hemlock Restoration Initiative, and then this kind of one-pager from Ashley that she did last summer.
Right.
So I think that's 1, 2, 3, like 4 things. Also a little bit about the Solano Valley Tree Alliance. And then I guess
Tyler, you have a sign,
had
right?
a sign made, which is actually.
A banner,
here
actually.
too.
Right.
If anybody would like to suggest changes, these are just on Golden State tape, it's really easy to change them. If you want to change up something or focus on something else, we have until Saturday.
Do we,
Come see me.
yeah, do we have copies about the flood zone regulations?
I spoke with, I think this may fill the table. I spoke with Savannah, and she's interested in having the flood zone on the town table, because that's really kind of,
Okay,
I think it's more a legislative town, what can you do in a flood zone,
yeah,
you know, and.
Regulatory.
Yeah, it's regulatory, and I don't know if
Yeah.
we're a regulatory board, but.
and I'm not sure, because I know we did a flyer with yeah, there it is,
There's
good.
this one with this.
Yeah.
It's a.
And that mentions that there's a civil penalty if you do not go through, if you do not get permission to do any kind of work in a floodplain.
So, yeah, so there's this, which I was gonna see if
Yeah.
Savannah physically wanted it or not. Right now, it's in my house, because Ann. gave it
Yeah,
to me,
obviously,
so-
people are not aware, they may say, you know,
I did hear of one resident up here on Assembly.
Yeah.
Who actually got money somehow right after Helene to restabilize their creek bank on their property. And that's finally now, I think it's working through the system that it's actually gonna happen, and they have a contractor coming through to do that. So some people, they're not technically in the floodplain, but somehow their creek qualified for stream bank rebuilding.
has to go through the
It's one of
fence.
these little tributary things coming down.
The other thing I'd like to put on there is, since we're having trees fall a lot,
Waters in the United States as well.
there's a flyer about help, a tree has fallen, what do I do?
We have brochures on that.
Yeah,
We gave them to them.
and maybe we need to bring those back, because there have been a lot of trees that have fallen. And some people honestly don't know, who do you call? It's on a power line, you call somebody different than, yeah.
No, that would be great if somebody
Okay,
wants.
I think we have some
copies and
in the boxes you gave me.
Are
Who
they
do I
in the
call?
box I gave you?
Yes, I'll look for it.
We could, it
See what?
goes to the road and
Just curious.
down, and if it's on your property,
I mean, I
you gotta
see,
get rid of it.
I see Public Works isn't here today, but do they get a lot of calls from residents, trees falling?
Public Works? They get some, but most people don't realize that what people do need to realize, and I hope that brochure, the town isn't responsible for removing trees from somebody else's property, right? That's the landowner's responsibility.
Right.
Fall, and the police can move the limb out, they'll move it, if it's not, then
Right.
they can call, whoever's gonna call, just cut it and move it to the side, but, I mean, if it falls from the road, the town take care of it, if it's on their property,
Right.
take care of it.
Well, since we're talking about falling trees, anything on the inventory that,
It's an appendix in the tree management guide.
it is, okay.
They're, doing a little bit, trees that were tops off, that's fallen, but they're just waiting for
I do have one more update on that. In our hemlock identification day on March 31st, excuse me, we identified about 15 hemlock trees that were at risk and we were watching. Of the 15, 14 budded, and we basically just said wait and see with them. So we have not treated them. And some of them are on MRA property. It was just an overarching identification process. There was one tree that was identified that has not budded. I raised it to Tanner at MRA. He approved the treatment of the tree. I walked past the tree on July 3rd and told him he was going to get treated, and on July 4th, he was cut down.
You say budded, what does that mean exactly?
The tree was gone.
Oh,
I was on Anderson Field on July 4th and went, the tree is gone. So he's been removed. So the one tree at risk that we were worried about has been removed, and right now we're stable in
okay.
regards to
That's a
hemlock.
great
So,
report, okay.
so I apologize to him every day, but
Okay. All right. All right. All right, continuing, okay, the hours again on the cottages, 2 to 4?
no, sir.
What is
Starts
it?
at 10 a.m.
10 to 12?
10 to 12 is the meeting, and Ash,
That's what I meant.
I haven't gotten through all my emails, but Ashley was saying that this year, the displays, which would be, I think Landcare has a table, Stone Bridges, the town.
Scottish Society.
That they're gonna be downstairs, and then the meeting actually takes place upstairs. So it would be
And we will
before the
have our-
meeting and after the meeting that we would need.
Okay. So people circulate after the meeting to the displays? Is that how it works?
Hopefully.
People are everywhere.
At all times?
And people.
It is a very large meeting.
Okay, gotcha.
They'll be there before the meeting too, so,
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, I was looking, the tree farm is actually on the town site.
Yeah,
On the tree board site.
it is, and it's in the management guide, it's Exhibit B, it's Appendix B.
But can you?
B is in boy, huh?
Can somebody get copies of that for the Saturday meeting?
Yeah, I'll see what Eddie has,
I'll look later.
and I think I probably have it on a flash drive somewhere.
That's right, it's on the town site. You can download.
Yeah, but I mean, I
Yeah,
also,
it's on the flash.
so I don't have to go to the website to print something off.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Have we always had a display board at the cottagers meeting?
Yes, we've always
Okay,
had a
that's-
table of our own.
Okay.
And a display board of, or 2 or 3, honestly.
Okay,
If we need to get, I do have a table easel. If we just have a single board that needs to go, I probably can borrow a heavy-duty standing easel if we need it.
all right, so we got it covered, I'll be there, Elizabeth, everybody else?
I will be there, but I'll
I'm
be
planning on
representing.
it.
Fine, we
yeah.
got plenty of coverage, okay.
Well, I will not be at the tree board table. I'll be managing the
Oh,
Scottish
okay.
Society
All
table.
right, okay, well, we have, the tree board is gonna be covered, pretty much, you, me,
Yeah,
Elizabeth. and you.
I'm planning on being there.
Okay, great,
I have the tablecloth at the ready.
okay, all right, sounds like fun, okay. All right, moving on, so tree board fund balances, so I made an inquiry since our last meeting with Rachel, because I figured we had some money at the tree board, and we do have some money at the tree board, because we are not actually funded by the commissioners, so any money that we have, we generate on ourselves. So we have $400 left over. I sold these plaques last year, the Treasure Tree plaques, of which Mason was our largest sponsor, thank you. And over and above the cost of the actual plaque, there was a little added on to give us the tree board some money. So long story short, we have $400 in the tree board balance.
And my understanding is that those funds were moved in the last meeting with the budget amendment.
Yes.
Was that $400 that was
Was that what
moved?
the 400?
That's the 2026 budget amendment number 1.
Yes, and but what was interesting is we didn't say how much it was, so that's why I was curious.
400,
Okay.
that's available to us. Okay, and we can think about
Yeah, I think that
that.
budget amendment
I think she
allows them to
found
actually
some-
disperse the
What
money.
she did, and I have a question about that, because this could be
I don't have.
your
any-
money.
Yeah, I don't, I'll,
So we just do one person talking at a time, please. I'm having trouble here.
Okay, go ahead, Elizabeth.
So from what I understand, under, I don't know whether, I don't remember what her heading is, there is there's money for the tree board, which is this 400, but then there's also a separate line item for hemlock treatment, which is either money left over from
Right.
what we raised last spring or spring of 25, to treat hemlocks, plus there's been some deposits into that account thanks to work from Ashley.
Correct.
So that's a separate, there are two different values that are kind of attributed to tree board in general.
So I can add to that, that balance of the 400 is one number, and the other number is $817.
And that 817 is the hemlock balance?
That's how she has it on the books, I believe. It's separate from the 400. So I'm not sure we have control over that, because that could be fundraising that you did for the treatment, that could be money you've contributed, and members, thank you for that. So it's two different numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about, 400 I know we have control over, I'm not sure about the 817.
I thought the budget amendment moved both of those amounts into, it restructured them administratively so that we could actually spend them and the town can disperse them. Because
Okay, so I think we
Tyler
need very
needs-
specific clarification on how much and
Yeah.
what they're allocated for before we allocate them for something.
He's searching.
Fantastic.
Okay. This is,
Does this, I know I see that there's a tree board banner that would go in front of a table. Has that been reimbursed or is that an outstanding cost against these banners?
Amy took care of it out of the tree board budget.
Okay. So probably-
it's 400 and it's minus
once 100,
128, so it'd be
Okay,
3 something.
so, okay, all right, so we actually have less than 400.
Where,
Okay, which is
So
fine.
I mean, 400 minus the 100.
Right, right, okay.
Something.
Well, that's what the money's for.
3 something and 11.
Okay, all right, fine.
where in the town budget is the tree board budget located? Is it still under Public Works?
I don't know. I mean, we don't get money directly, we're not funded,
I know.
so I don't know where they're
I
listed.
know at one point there was money allocated in the Public Works budget,
Oh, good question, and,
and that's why I'm curious to know where it is.
okay. Tree board, you want to know where it shows, is that what your question is? Where the
Yeah,
tree board
I'm just
balance
curious to know where is it in the town budget?
Okay. I'll ask Rachel. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, so that's the update on the tree board balances. Okay. All right. Any questions other than what we've already talked about?
I would say that if this 817 is money that was either donations in 25 towards hemlocks or additional money since then, that we maintain that as monies to continue to treat hemlocks, because that's a periodic ongoing expense
Yeah.
that'll reoccur, and we need to expand out. I mean, we did a great job along this, just right along Flat Creek, but like I drove around with Ashley and Joe a couple months ago. I mean, there's trees up on Virginia, there's a huge row there, there's hemlocks all over the valley, there's ones a few up past the lake, and so we just need to keep, I would like to keep that for hemlock treatments, since that's a foundation species and we know that's a cost.
I can't, budget amendment didn't get into the last budget pack I saved, but the money all goes to the tree board, and I think we have discretion on how to spend it. It's not a lot, but we have more than just $400.
Okay.
And that is within our discretion
Okay.
to spend as long as it's pursuant to our purpose.
So I think the consensus is to leave, even though we have more than the 400 and it's one number, I think the consensus of the board is 817 of it should really kind of be for hemlock activities and treatment.
Well, yeah, I think the term is earmark it. It needs to be
Earmark, okay.
earmarked for treatment
Right.
of hemlocks in the future. We
Which is a-
we don't have an immediate need for it, so I think we
Okay.
continue to grow it as
Sure.
much as we can.
Okay. All right.
In the budget, and this is one thing I think about at odd times. Where are we still members of the North Carolina Tree,
Alliance.
Forestry Commission, and are we still members of the Arbor Day Foundation? Those both have always been paid as memberships.
Arbor Day Foundation, what was the other one? North Carolina what?
I think it's the North Carolina, oh,
I assume we're members of the Arbor Day Foundation since we still send in the paperwork.
Right.
yeah, I just didn't know if we,
I don't.
I'll
I remember if
ask.
there are dues that
I'll
are
find
paid
out.
for that.
Right, there's got to be some fees or something. for
Yeah,
the
I'll ask
application,
Rachel.
so-
Yeah. I know there are a couple organizations that if we are actual members of it, it helps us get grant money.
All right, I will find out and get them out to you before the next meeting. Okay, continuing, George, land care?
Nothing tree related out front there. As you can see, some work has continued on the Black Creek Crossing project. Our projection is to have the our side of the project open sometime this fall. We're stymied at the moment on completing the far side of the creek project and stabilization of the bank for the mortar garden. So we have a reconciliation with the town and the bank. Which hopefully will happen sooner rather than later.
So that vote did not occur at the last town council meeting? Okay.
Just so everybody understands, the town council is bound by state law as well as adopted policies on funding required reserves, what commitments we cannot make and not make. We can't make future commitments up to fairly high limits. Rather shallow limits, we have to have our funds, future funds, unencumbered. Only a certain amount we can encumber. And to the extent, we've got to clarify, the town certainly is behind this project, and it's not a matter of trusting whether the money will be raised or not. It's a matter of whether we got to book it as encumbered. And that's a legal accounting issue. And it's not anything, frankly, within the commission's control. We are committed to exploring every possible way to make something work if we can, within, means. But there are some really hard limits that they're just there.
What-
There's no moving.
What is the maximum limit that the town can commit to?
Well, there's a state imposed limit, and it's literally a 2-page series of calculations, but we have 2 different limits we actually face in terms of our own internal policy. At the end of each year, we have to look back and see that we've got a sizable amount of free cash going forward into the next fiscal year. And that calculation has to be made, and it's reviewed by the state local government finance agency. And there's a second calculation which basically says, in the start of each year, we've got to look forward and see that we've got $400,000 of unencumbered funds, or just things like Helene,
Right.
and which is why we had the money we had $300,000 to put in the pot to start the ball rolling with the reconstruction project. That's not state mandated, that's local mandated. And it can be changed, it can be altered in certain very limited emergency situations. And that's why we were able to take from that reserve and use it to fund the improvements we made for Helene.
So let's use a hypothetical number. Let's say the number is $50,000 that can be encumbered for this project. That just means that Flat Creek Crossing has to raise the $250 in advance, or how does that work?
The problem, my concern, and again, it's not,
I'm like,
Yeah.
we don't.
Time out.
Okay.
This is not appropriate tree board. didn't mean to start a controversy.
Oh, it's not,
We
I'm,
are committed to raising the funds to getting this grant, with or without the city's help.
lovely. I love that.
And we're working on it diligently. Some people take it for a day. As I say, this is not a discussion here, under these circumstances.
I'm not challenging, I'm just clarifying for my own personal knowledge.
No, things being worked on a regular basis. I just brought it up because we've had a discussion each meeting
Sure.
about where we are on the crossing project. That's where we are. We are working full steam on this part of the project and that part of the project as much as we can.
And the commission voted at its last meeting to meet and study and try to do whatever it could to see if it can work around the constraints.
I was just thinking about it from a different perspective of what other, so we've gotten the Swananoa Valley Wild contribution.
I was gonna ask you, how's that?
Yeah, that was going to be my
There,
Waiting for
as soon
us.
as the town commits,
Right.
he's already written his letter, he's ready to go, he's great.
Right,
But what I'm thinking through is, and forgive me, I'm brainstorming out loud, so work with me, but what other organizations could we tap into, like we have done with Swananoa Valley Wild, that says, we're trying to, I'm just,
It depends on what you're trying to find money for.
okay. Anyway,
That's
just from a
why
tree
it's
perspective, how could we support the effort further?
Well, depending on what the effort is. I mean, that's why I think it's important that we make sure we're members of the not Tree City USA, but the Arbor Day Foundation. Chestnut Foundation is good to be a member of,
Right.
Especially with our emphasis on trying to do that. And all of those things and all of those places where we have been able to get grant money, a lot of that makes a huge difference as to where we are in line as to be able to qualify for the grant money.
Oh, sure.
If we're part of this, then that means we stand a better chance than people who are not. So, and I know that for a fact.
So I think what I hear you saying is, we as a tree board should try and make sure we're part of every organization we can, which will give more credibility to the town.
Not every single one, but
Not every single
several of
one,
them.
right, well, I made them all,
that
we are,
can call on.
as a
yeah.
tree board, that-
Yeah.
okay, all right,
So,
okay. All right, any other questions for George? What else you want to add, George? Okay, all right. Okay, Commissioner Blake, any updates for us?
No, we really covered the two items that were touched at the last meeting, the budget amendment, discussion of that.
Any questions for the commissioner? Okay, all right. All right, so a couple other small items here. Tree board membership. This is just a reminder, expiring appointments. Tyler and George and you guys expire, and it's a little ahead, but I figured to put it out there, January 31, 27. I expire January 31, 28. Ashley and Ann and Elizabeth, you also expire January 31, 28. Everybody knows where they are on this time. Okay. Commissioner Blank, I assume that you just remain on board, right? You have no expiration.
Never expires.
I'm up for reelection,
Right, okay.
so I can be voted out.
All right, I don't have anything else. Does anyone else have any announcements or any other new business they want to bring up? Okay, the next meeting is Tuesday, August the 11th at 9 a.m. All right, and there's no other announcements. Wes, a motion to adjourn?
so moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, meeting adjourned, thank you. And see you on Saturday.
Yep.
Great. Thank you to everybody for all the hard work.
Turn your mics off.
How does it, you were, I've got shower curtain throws.
I don't know.
Let me explore.
If you want, we can, if you have just a second, we can walk down and talk to, and you can walk down and talk to.
They actually use.
Just sort of, just, you can just ask our friend at Public Trees Office. Just, just, we can walk down together.
I need to get this. Yeah.
I just get 3 coat bottles, still on the rock, and then put the hanger on there, all
Right.
it'll be heavy enough to hold it.
So we have this banner, I'm trying to look at, but I saw it goes front of this. It's got grommets, so if she has a tablecloth on the table, then how we're hanging this, so that we're bringing whatever, so that it can hang on the tablecloth without, it seems heavy enough that it's, I think if you have 2 bricks, put a brick here, and then show it. So, because it's, if we have information on the table, how many,
I mean, a little bit of string underneath the brick where the corner sounds great.
a little bit of string underneath the brick, because it's, I was thinking.
I'm glad you thought of that because that's not on my list.
It's not, how to do it is not on the list.
There's so much on that, people like, don't see anything. You know what I'm trying to say? See your posters up there.
No, I,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have really
Yeah, help a tree, yeah, I ran
Yeah,
out.
just run with it, it's great.
I'm going with it.
Yeah, it's been off and on.
If there's one thing that happens on the television, notice is that little circles.
Okay.
And you sit up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right.
Sounds more like a moose monster.
Maybe it is the moose.
I've not done it either.
I'll tell you what, one more thing I'll do, I will get
Can I borrow you a thumb?
Absolutely.
it. So, I don't know.
What, and if,
You've got a bid set up for the table.
you like that?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there with our table and other stuff.
Yeah.
And what we've done in years gone by is move table to table.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Easy to do. I didn't know you had to stairs.
I didn't see that email that Ashley was saying it was.
You know, we say,
She,
you know what I mean?
she said,
I know,
all I got from that.
I know, I mean, I've been
They
through
was that
it.
house where she got hacked.
Oh, yeah.
And
I wouldn't
then the
bring
issue,
that up.
then yeah, it's not passed, that's why, and so I bet now on, it's gonna go around.
Probably is.
Because Clay tried, Clay actually started to try to open it.
I
was
did
like,
too.
Clay, that was.
No, I
don't
did
do
too.
that.
And Google kept kicking me out. And I got the email yesterday morning.
which is fine.
You protected your account here.
Oh.
Don't open this. In
Okay.
the meantime, I've got the response back on the deal that she had been hacked. So I knew what was going on. There had one from Death Valley. And I was.
The security,
Yeah.
is good, I mean, their security is good.
Yeah.
The guys, you can't get through the door and like that.
Yeah.
So she didn't even try to open.
Okay, let me go check with Angie.
I know what I have to check.
Yeah.
You need me for anything right there? You need help with putting this in the car?
It's fine, I'll go talk to her. See what's going on with our septic, but, you know, yeah, it worked one time.
I didn't know about Mason. Life's too short.
Mine's too short. Well, I would like to, I'm trying to focus Which floodplain is very, and, yeah, I'm so I can make that electric flow for you somehow, because that's on threads, but I really don't think, I would rather just keep tree board as tree board, than I'd like to keep working with y'all and Lane.
I have
so
this
that
for
we-
you. Good morning.
That's about yours